Hey everyone, Martin here with my own two hands and yet another project, and yeah, I'm very excited about this one because I have all the parts for a few weeks now and I just had to resist the idea of making this thing off camera, but I think it could be interesting for you guys. So you know what I'm making, because you saw it in the title, you saw that on the thumbnail, and I'm trying, or I will try to replicate the Adam Savage's camera rig. And for those who don't know who Adam Savage is, he was a co-host of Mythbusters, the TV show. He is a movie prop maker and general maker. He has his own YouTube channel and where he makes stuff and discusses the maker topics. So it's a very, the guy is just a powerhouse maker wise, and it's a great source of information. And when I saw his camera rig, I was like, okay, this is almost 100% what I currently need, because I have a small shop. There is no place for putting tripod, and yes, I tried almost 2 years putting tripod here and there, and I was just tripping over it and tripping over cables and stuff. So that's the reason why I switched to mobile phone lately, and the need for fixing the phone, it didn't go away. So I have this small mobile camera tripod, but I need something which is which has small footprint. It is articulated, so I can move it anywhere I need. I sometimes need to do a close shots. Sometimes I need to do some bird eye view of the whole shop for some time lapses and stuff. So it has to be very flexible, and I have to have the ability to put this anywhere in the shop. So the tripod is just a no-go, and he uses a Loc-line, which is this product, and this is a segmented hose. It's made by some USA company, and they make this in different sizes. So this is, I think, 3/8 of an inch, something about 18 millimeters, and these segments are locked against each other with some reasonable force, so you can make it to the shape you want. It can support itself, and it can support even a little bit of weight, I think like 250 grams, something like this. And you can twist it into diameter like, I don't know, 20 centimeters, something like this. So this is a great base product for such articulated arm, and it can be fastened to something, and you put the camera with some holder on the other side. Yeah, and you can do anything you want. And some of the vendors of camera tripods employ this same functionality. For example, this tripod over here, it looks like a Loc-line, but it's not exactly Loc-line. It looks slightly different. I think it has a bigger movement in the joints, and the joints, the segments have this rubber O-ring, so it is prepared for grabbing or twisting this around a pole's railing, tree branches or something like this. But in the workshop there is a limited amount of things where I can wrap this around, and especially around this big assembly table or the metal table back there. So the idea is to put something like this quick clamp, so I can clamp it to the table, clamp it to something else, for example that metal panel back there, and move this around to the precise location. So that's one end of this contraption, and the other one has to hold the phone. And Adam Savage uses some type of phone holder like this one. This has a springy mechanism, so you can put different sizes of phones, and it has the classic tripod screw, which is 1/4 of an inch, 6.25 millimeters, I think. So that's the other end, and it should go somewhere here. So that's the goal of today's project, to make this, connect all these three things together, hopefully in a rigid way. And yeah, so where should I start? I have to come up with the idea of connecting the hose to this clamp somehow. Yeah, let me bring you a little closer, shall we? Okay. So this is a standard quick clamp, nothing to it. It looks like the Irwin, but they are not sold for a nice price in the Czech Republic. And yeah, I need to find out where to put this. And I think that depends on what majority of clamping I will be using this with. So maybe I will clamp it to the table, probably like this, so it doesn't get in the way. So the best way could be to mount it here, so it is directly supported. Oh, you can see it. Okay. How about here? So we can it can be supported here, but I think I would like to avoid the clamping to the table, because that could introduce some vibrations to the image. So how about this? Because my idea is that this is the assembly table, which is like the main working area for me, and I'm thinking about adding some wood strips on both of the edges. So I will be clamping this horizontally, like so. So if clamping in horizontal position, maybe put it here. There is already a screw, because this can be put on the other side, so it can be changed from pushing together to pulling apart, which I've never used, but I think I can leverage this screw. There is a nut in here. Yeah, that looks like it could be it. Okay, let's go for this one. Come on. Oh, come on. Don't be shy. Okay. I like how the nut is sunk into the material, so it doesn't twist. That could be useful. So if I would put this here and somehow fix this. I don't need this part, the thread part, and it would be nice to use this flange, so there is a more contact area against this, and it would be nice to fill fill these gaps as well. I think I will cast. I have some polyurethane resin, so I can cast the polyurethane and fill these gaps, make this large flat area, and then I can do the same thing with the screw, so I can maybe sink the screw in and then do the screwing. Yeah, that could work, probably, but not with these screws. And I need this to be fairly long. Okay, if I put it here, it has to be 40 millimeters probably. Do I have the screw? So the screw is M5 and it has to be 40 millimeter long. This is nightmare. This is like the worst part of the shop, this storage of screws and everything, because I have like, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 60, 120, 180, this is half, so 210, and these are like 20 maybe, so 230, some of them are divided, some of them are empty, but some of them are divided, so maybe like 250, 300 things I have here, and they are purposefully not labeled because I haven't come up with the storage system, how to store the screws, how to divide them in groups, how to label them, and yeah, so this is the nightmare part of the shop, and it's in the dire need of complete rebuild. So I only keep the mental image of where everything is. So I have some idea that the screw M5 screw should be maybe somewhere here. No, what's this? No, it's M6 probably. How about this one? I like that it has hex head, so if it is sunken in the polyurethane resin, it won't move. So all of this could be used for tightening, and I can put some Loctite in this so it doesn't unscrew, untighten. Yeah. I'll start with cutting off this thread to see what will be the final length. Let's do this. And you can see how flexible oh, you can't see actually. And you can see how flexible I need this to be, so I can cover all the different parts of this 2 by, how much is it? 2 by 5 or 2 by 6 meters shop. Okay, will this work? It looks like it will work. Perfect. Oh, that's nice. So, first little progress. I can mount this. Yeah, I definitely need to fill these gaps so there is a bigger area. And okay, I need 45 millimeters. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. 45 millimeters is okay, it's right at the beginning of the thread. Okay, so I will cut the thread a little bit more, maybe 10 millimeters, and then I will cut it off. A little bit of this. Okay, where is the thread start? Okay, it's by both sides. Okay. Looks like I got the thread. Yeah, that goes nicely. That's okay. Excellent threading. Yeah, somewhere here. Remove the burr. Okay, so I think I can mix a resin, pour it here, take this to something, pour it like so, and have myself a nice part. How about that? Okay, let's do the resin stuff. I need something to mix it. Maybe this and something. Okay. Something to. Oh, I need. Ah, yes. Something for stirring. Resin, resin, resin. Where it is. So. Yes. So this is a polyurethane resin. It doesn't say anything about the vendor. It is sold by a guy in Czech Republic, and I think that he buys this stuff in China in some big containers and just makes these small batches and sells them. So there's no information. It's PR10, which, yeah, it says nothing, but it has two compounds, A and B, and the mixing ratio is 1:1. So one part of this and one part of this, and it's very quick. That's what I needed. It settles like in 5 minutes. The 5 minutes is the working time when you have to mix it and then pour it into the form, and it cures I think in 30 minutes. So that's a very good thing for this type of stuff. And I was doing an extensive research on this because I wasn't okay with using some epoxy which said the working time is like 30 minutes and then it hardens in like 6 hours, and the fully cured time is like 24 hours. And who has time for this stuff? So for simple things like this, how many? Okay, this is 5 milliliters. So let's do like 20 milliliters or 10 milliliters. That means 1. Yes. And 2. And it should be double of this. Yeah, let's make 3. 3 and 3. Shall I bring you closer? I should. Okay, the second part, I don't know which one is the first one and which one is the second. And I put 3 syringes as 30 milliliters, and the 3. Okay. Let's close this and start mixing the stuff. It has a slightly exothermic reaction, so as it cures, it gets warmer and warmer, and up until I think like 50 degrees. So I was a bit worried that in these plastic containers that it will melt them, but it didn't happen. So I should use some goggles to not spray this into my eyes. It's getting thicker and thicker. There's no need on panicking, but I have to. Okay, maybe I should prepare something for this. Where do I have? Okay, so this is the bottom. This has to go over this. Nice. And this has to go right in the center, ideally. Okay, let's continue mixing. Okay, it's getting significantly warmer. Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, I think I will use all of this only on this pour. Or maybe not. Okay, it's getting milky, that means it's really trying to cure now. Okay, not to spill it everywhere. Okay. So both of these parts are curing now, and it will take like 30 minutes for them to be cured. So while that's curing, I can figure out the other part, the other end of this hose. And so this goes over there. This is the part which needs to receive the mount. And I will do this, and I will do the same thing. This can be separated somehow. Come on. This can be separated. So I will do the same thing. I have, it's kind of a complicated thing because this is a, I think UNC thread, quarter of an inch, and I think it's like 20 or 22 TPI. So it's quite complicated to find this in Central Europe because we are used to metric screws. So I found in my collection this this is a hot shoe adapter. Hot shoe is a mechanism how you can put additional equipment on DSLR cameras. So this adapter is hot shoe to the quarter inch, and I think it could be perfect for this this operation because it's not round. The head is not round, so it here. So when I will tighten this, when it won't get loose and it won't turn inside of the resin. So the problem is it a problem or is it a challenge? Yeah, I will do it. I will do it. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, because I don't want this to protrude much of. Yes, that's perfect. That's exactly the size. So I will do the same thing and pour the resin all the way to the top. So there is another phase which this can be registered against, and it will get filled all the way in. So I have to add something from the bottom so it doesn't run away. Okay. And it looks like the tape is just enough. So yeah, from this side, and this can be nicely seated. Okay, so let's mix another resin. Yes, seat this in. It would be nice to have it perpendicular. The good thing about this resin is that it doesn't change the volume much, so only the bubbles which are propagating on the surface that makes this a little bit thicker, but it should be machinable. Like, you can file it, you can cut it, you can put it in a milling machine. So I will square this off once this will be cured, but it looks nice. How about this one? Yeah, it's already almost cured. That looks nice. So the first part is almost cured, and I have to do a little bit of adjustment on the clamp, because there is this knob, and this excessive resin, so it cannot get screwed in. So I think I will grind this off with a grinder and some type of sanding wheel. Laminate it, segment it. This one. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not level at all, or flat or parallel or anything. Okay, let's not make this worse than it is. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I won't be called a master of perpendicularity anymore, but I think that it works. And if it works, it ain't stupid. Okay, now it sticks much more than I wanted. It's like this sharp thing, but yeah, I think it looks okay. So maybe, yeah, let's put it down there for a sec. Maybe, just maybe, come on. Okay, nice. It starts to look like something, so I can clamp it to the leg. All right, okay. And I can clamp it to the side, should work as well. Nice, nice. Okay, this is the almost ideal height. That's better. Okay. That's nice. We're getting so close now. So the second part, it looks cured now. I can screw. Maybe this is completely sufficient. How about that? Yeah, it's not as nice as I would like to. This little bit of cap could be grinded off, but as I just experienced what the grinding is about, I don't think I will be trying this again. Okay, that looks nice. And did I screw this up? I did. Oh, come on. I fill this all the way up because that was the easiest way of making this type of mold. But this has to go into this. And I didn't think this through. Okay, okay. Okay, so how to recover from this? I was so close, and I have to do this again. And hopefully I will be able to fish out the screw, because it's like the only screw I have. Come on. It's almost saved. Okay. Back to the square one. Or two maybe. Let me bring you closer. That's nice. So I have to pour, this will be fixed over here, but I will have to pour it right up to the edge of the other part. But the other part is hollow and it has to be oriented upwards like this. So my idea is that I will use this sacrificial piece, put this nice foil over, try to not disintegrate it, and that's it. That's it. It will make this sort of a fake bottom where the pouring will stop, and it should work. So let's do the mixture again. Seat the screw again. How about? Ah, that holds nicely. Okay, time for another cure. So the fixed part should be fixed. Let's see. Okay, that looks rather nice. It looks like it worked. But did it work? It did. Oh my god, it did. Mission accomplished, I think. But that's not all. That's not all, because sometimes I need to shoot like a whole day, maybe 6-8 hours, and I need to charge it. And I need to charge the phone. And Adam Savage came up with a system that he pulled the charging cable through the whole body and plug it into the charger. So I would like to do the same thing. But man, this looks nice. The problem is zoom in a little bit. I'm using iPhone, so they have this special lightning cable, which they will not have anymore since iPhone 15, but I have older iPhone, so I bought this right angle connector, so when the phone is over here, this goes nicely down and I can weave it through the hose. And I have to drill holes inside of these segments, but that's gonna be a little bit tricky because the connector is quite thick. It's smaller, I think, than the USB-C, which is on the other side, and that's something like 11.5 millimeters. But this one is okay. Is it that much? I have to weave it through. Well, we'll see. I will start with a 12 millimeter hole and see if I will be able to pull the USB-C part through, and if not, I will make the hole bigger and bigger. I will use a... where do I have it? Oh, here it is. Bzz, bzz. I will use this step drill bit, which... what's this? Which goes from 4 up to 30 in step of 2. That's nice. So 12 is over here. And I usually, because in the heat of the moment, I usually don't see the depth gauge or diameter gauge, or how do you call it? So I mark the final step, and this is indeed a little bit tricky because you cannot drill everywhere you want, because it's not a good idea to drill over this lip, because that's what holds the inner segment. So I need to drill, I think, over here, because here we have the... would it be possible? Would it make sense to drill over here? Okay, let's take the safer path and drill over here. So this is 10 millimeters. And I can barely fit it through. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, that's the 12. It still holds. Yes! Okay. I was quite worried about this operation, and it looks like it's nicely fixed together. So the other problem is that I'm a little bit worried so these two holes don't snap the cable, but it looks nice. It looks nice. Okay, so I can do it on the other side. No! How about from the other side, but the cable has to... Okay, this is working, so I will have to go this way. Oh, yes. Oh, that's nice. But that's not all. So this is roughly the state in which the Adam Savage has his camera rig, but he uses a charger that goes right into the outlet. But I don't like this because, yeah, it's not movable. So I was thinking about attaching some power bank to this. There is a space, but I don't like power banks. Power banks are another device which you need to charge, and you need to have a charger for it, and that's just the lesser things I need to charge here, the better. And I was thinking, okay, I'm constantly charging one type of batteries, and those are the volt batteries for my cordless tools. So what if somebody is making the power bank that some slides on this, and on the output there is a USB-C, and where do I have it? Where do I have it? Where did I put it? Ah, here it is. It's this one. Look at this. Look at this. You can slide it on any battery. I think it goes only for the 18 and 20 volts, not the power stack, which has 60 volts, I guess. But there's your power bank, quite powerful. And I'm using this here for a few weeks now, and I'm quite amazed because I can keep the iPhone charged a whole day on 2 amp battery from the DeWalt. So using the 5 amp, I can charge the phone like 3 times in a row, and there is still some power left. So that's exactly what I need. Only one type of battery. I have 2 charges for the DeWalt, and I can charge the charger for the phone. So the only thing I have to do is to find out how this gets attached to this charger somehow. And I don't think I want to connect this to this plastic part. My idea is to connect it to this part, and I will be using this with the 2 amp hour battery, which is quite smaller. Okay, and maybe I will buy the power stack, which is even smaller and lighter, but right now I have only these, and yeah, that looks marvelous. Okay, so this adapter, it has from the other side, this is a plastic part molded, so there are some ribs which makes this quite strong, so it doesn't bend, and there are also some places where you can drill into, so you can mount it to something, I guess. So I will use this idea, definitely maybe use the back one and try, where's the, okay, and try to mount it this way, I think. And now it all comes together. Like this. Just a little bit of nuts on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're there. Something to show this a little bit better. There's this small cable management. Okay, come on. I'm so anxious about this because this will be like a beginning of a new era. Oh, come on. That's it. That's it. I would like to show you with the phone, but I'm shooting on the phone, but oh, come on, that's it. I'm thinking maybe I will put this on the other side, but then again it's better to support it from below than just leave it hanging, because I don't particularly trust the Chinese plastic. So this is, I think, safer, or maybe it will last a bit longer, but that's nice. Okay, and I can clamp it here and shoot myself over here. There is so many possibilities of new shots which I wasn't able to make because I wasn't able to have the camera where I need it. So I can do overhead shots, I can do some mounting pack on the ceiling, and I can do overhead shots very easily like this. Okay, that's nice. I'm so happy with this. Should I try it with the camera? Okay, make it steady. Excellent. That's just excellent. So, after all these, well, 2 years, now I have, is it straight? Doesn't seem to be really straight. Yes. I have to get used to this, this type of arrangement, but yeah, I really like it. I really like it because that's something completely different. Okay, so now I have the way how to shoot videos here all day long, because I can store everything in the iPhone. I can charge it right from the stand, and I won't miss a thing right now. So I can finally do classic shots like this, or shots like this, over the shoulder peeking shots like this, mysteriously looking shots like this, or the very basic shots like this. So Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you next time. Bye.